They have released the dog. I'm Lil Rick the gamer, do it 100% gamer, bro. If no one else working hard, I would do it for the gamer show. Can't contain my flow. I need to play a game for sure. Maybe RTSS, RPG, or maybe even MMO.
Howdy, howdy, everybody. We're going to do my best to do this all in one take, but welcome back for the next episode of First Impressions. Yes, something we haven't did in a while when we take a look at a brand new game, this time an idle RPG, Lucid Adventure, made by one of my favorite game developers, come to us. It's a web comic that's made by Webtoon, um, which I've did a little bit of research. Seems pretty good, pretty good as far as the story go. The protagonist is a complete asshole that is on a quest of re redemption. We're going to let that go like so. And I guess we just let it kind of play through. I suppose it just chose the first little area for us. So I mean, it's not too. The story I did kind of like skip a little bit over it somewhat, but basically you got this character which is the hardcore leveling warrior. This dude that's right in the front here, warrior guy, and it's like his crest of redemption. He was all powerful and everything. He lost it. Now he's looking to gain it back. Um, the basics of it, though. I mean, graphically, it's pretty simple. I guess the characters is kind of like chibi. The 2D art isn't too bad. I mean, if we go into the managed party here, well, the characters there, not too bad. I've got quite a few characters. Missing some I think I'm missing only one of the characters you get to purchase early on, and then can't get none of them until later on. But we will talk about that later. But this is pretty much the combat. It is an idle game, so they kind of just do their own thing. We're at stage 69 that fast, huh? I guess it was because when I had logged out it just kind of did its own thing. I am a little progressed in the levels, but not that far, so I didn't think it was going to choose a stage when I had logged out because I left it on the main screen. I guess I can go back to kind of show the screen as well, because I think you need to get like 40 levels for you to return. So we'll just use a regular return here, just because normally I use the special extra return, whatever it's called. Normally I do that because it gives you like double the rewards and everything. Since the game is brand new, it's an event where it does that. So now's the time to download this game if you haven't downloaded already. All right, so we're going to go back. So these are the areas you're able to go to: Battle Forest, near Kobo Castle, the Old Castle, the Den, and then the Origins, which I guess I just unlocked this after getting this far to floor 1153. That took a really long time. After getting there, I was stuck on 1,000 for a long time because that boss was just tanky. It was taking forever for him to go down, so that was kind of crazy. But we was able to get past it, which wasn't too bad. Then I'm gonna have to check this out so I can see what this is about. But here you got the Battle Force, which is the first little starting area to kind of get you going. You have two main forms of damage types, which is magic damage and physical damage. And as you can see here in the near Kobo Castle, they're immune to magic attacks. So you're immune to magic attacks, but they are magic creatures, but you bring physical damage in. So keep in mind that they are magic creatures. So some of the characters have abilities that kind of scale in that aspect. The same way with you have sorry, they're physical creatures. Sorry, they're physical creatures, but they're weak against magic attacks because they're physical. Because they're physical, something scale in there. The same thing with the ones that are immune to physical attacks, but they're magical creatures. If I'm saying that right, I believe I'm saying that right. But yeah. So you'll have two forms of team building that you will do, but I will discuss that and talk about that in like a later video or something. Your team building for both of these areas, and then you kind of just mix and match for Battle Force for whatever you need. If you need more magic, you bring more magic. If you need more physical, you bring more physical. If you need something that can deal with things in the air, you bring something that does that. If you need something that deals with backline threats, you bring something that does that. We'll go over that also with characters and all that stuff later on down the line as well. Just want to give my little rough draft of what the game is about and my thoughts about the game itself. So we're going to go ahead back here, and we're going to leave these characters in because we can change them around. We can change them around at any time we want during the battle. So we're going to enter, and then every time you leave from the area, because you have to get to at least, I think, floor 40, I think it is. It says to return. Yeah, to return after stage 40. So once we get to stage 40, we can do that. I don't know what it is with the number for the stage being all fizzled out. That's probably something that they have to check out, because you can even see it here at the top of my screen. We know I'm on 6, but it's kind of cut like something's going wrong with the graphic there. So a little inconvenience. It wasn't like that before, but maybe a little bug that can be easily fixed, but that's no big deal. If you do like idle games, then this is a really good one to pick up. I haven't played too many idle games, but it just wasn't really like my forte. I did play a bit of AFK Arena for a while, but it got really pay to win heavy after getting so far into it, and I think that's just kind of the aesthetic and the appeal of this kind of game. I'm not sure. I'm really not the biggest fan when it comes to idle games, but this one kind of intrigued me a bit. I mean, since I've been able to log in and play, because the first day it did have some problems with the server, so the server was down, so I wasn't able to play on release. But the day after, I just went in and I just started grinding like crazy, and I'm like, man, it's like I'm so active with the game for it to be an idle game that you just sit AFK and come back to later. But that's the beauty of it, because it's not like after you get so much experience, your experience cap out, max out, you get those points and you just go. It's like, and once you hit a wall, you're just kind of stuck there. Sometimes that is true, sometimes it's not. You can sit and just get the in-battle experience, which I can show you here. You just like click on them and it like levels them up. You can hold it down and like speeds, then it start like doubling and stuff like that. We're just going to keep doing this for a little bit. Okay, then you got this thing that like to pop up. You just tap on that. Like the first few times you do it, it gives you gems, but it gives you like gold and everything. So you can go through and get these pluses. You're going to start out, everybody's going to have like no levels or whatever like that, and you have to return to get your experience for leveling. That's these little things here. You get your experience from leveling like that. Then you just go to your managed party. I did one before, so I got 9B right now, well 9.62B, and instead of just scaling really large numbers, they just give you a letter after you go over 100. So after 100 it's A, after 1,000 it's B, then C, D, E, whatever, so forth and so on. So I got this much of that currency, which is quite a bit to have to start off with, because stuff that only costs 2.9A, that is a fraction of this 9 point. Well, pretty much 2.9A is this 2 on the B. That's what that is. So yeah, that's pretty much a fraction of what I have with that. One thing I do recommend, as you can see if you look at my levels, disregard her, because I like Poo Poo is like one of my favorites right now. But Hohoens. Hohoens. I think that's how that's pronounced. I'm not sure. Correct me, because I know there are some hardcore level 1 warrior fans out there. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure. But Hoenns is pretty much your currency thing. Once you get him, because he's one of the characters that you get like at the beginning, you're going to start off with just warrior, then they're going to throw in dark, and I believe Hoenns come in at some point, and then they give you Sora and Choco Bibi. They give you all of these characters to start off with. All of them are pretty good characters for what they do. For what they do. And I'm going to talk about probably in my next video, like characters that you purchase, and starting from Tempest on down, you purchase those characters. I'm going to start, and I'm going to give you, I guess, my bit of a tier list of who you should purchase based on what you do and what your needs may be in the game going forward and all of that stuff. But you want Hoenns because of the skills that Hoenns provide, and that's pretty much increasing the amount of gold that you receive per second through the battle, through each interval of what you get, because you get gold like just from beating the enemies and stuff like that, but you get more through the intervals of Hoenns, and the time it takes increases as you level it up. Like, it's still relatively low for me. I'm gonna just pump a bunch of the gold I have into it, and alright, see, now it's 36 seconds, but I get 100D 100D right now. And remember, everything starts off at A, so this is quite a bit early on, and we're only at floor 41. So I can start leveling up plussing all of my characters, so they can be stronger in the battle going forward. Then also with this, you got the PvP. I guess we can like turn the auto PvP on right now, and it's just gonna, like, I guess after each battle it'll just throw us into a PvP. Should throw us into one next. Yep, there we go. Now the PvP, you get points and stuff from it, so yeah, do it, but it's really not what you think it is. Like, most of the time I'm just getting wrecked. It's like almost impossible to do because there's a bunch of pay-to-play players that are really strong already, even though I'm team level 12 and this person's team level 6, but he's destroying my team. Makes no sense. Don't get it. Don't understand it. Don't know why. It's a Korean player. Makes sense. They're always better at games than the rest of the world. Whether they're skillful or they spend more money. Don't know. But yeah, you do have a team level. Okay. It does throw you right back in. Because I put it on auto. I'm just going to leave. Well, you know what? We're going to lose real quickly anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so I do got it on auto. Let me change auto off. Alright, and it's not searching. You can also click up here to just start searching as well. And then you got your team level, which mine currently is 12. Then, you know, your little team info gives you all the statistics and everything. You get challenges after you complete levels, achievements to get you more gems and everything. You get a bunch of gems early on. I don't know when it's going to slow down, but I'm looking to buy all of the characters that you can buy so far so I can test them out, play them, and make some good content for the people that will be playing this game, because we want good content. After so many intervals, you get these coins up here, which you can re-roll them if it doesn't give you what you want. Like, now I got warp distance. I like that. We get this because one character that's not in our party. Warp distance does nothing now, but I could swap out somebody, which is Choco Bibi. He's the one that enables warp, which can make you skip levels. So who we got in, who we don't need right now. We take you out the party and throw him in. And then once we complete this one, it should throw him right on in. Boop. Yep, there you go. And once this bar fills up that he has, we're just going to pump some levels into him. Once that fills up, we will start warping. Then we're gonna go back to our managed party and look at like our weapons. Now you get a list of weapons. Now here you get, maybe I can collect some stuff and show you like how the little level ups, yeah, how the little level ups and stuff works. No, I can't back out. I'm gonna miss it. Yeah, I missed it. All right. Well, what is? But maybe who got some weapons that I might can level up here? Somebody, please. Somebody. One person. All right. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. All right. So you get a bunch of different weapons. You're gonna pretty much put your weapons based on what you need for what levels and stuff. Like I got let's change our weapon sets. But here you got your different weapon sets for the each areas. You might have certain stats that you might need. Some of them give you team stats as well, so it's not just that character. It's everybody. The correlation effect goes for everybody. So if you have that equipped, you're gonna have that effect active for everybody. So it's important to level up all of them because that character's stats will increase. So if you have that character in play, even though you might not have that weapon equipped, you will have those stats available when that character is in the party. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. So leveling that up. Also, let me go into like here. You click on that. This is the guild section. I believe you unlock this at like level 5 or something like that. Some of the stuff you gotta level up to unlock. Like I'm not at 15 yet, team level, so I can't get that. PvP I believe is like level. I think Nightmare is level 3. PvP, what was that? Was that level 5 or 10? And I think level 3 or something like that was guilds. Yeah, level 3 to get in the guild or start a guild. I ended up starting my own Zodiac ZP, which is here in the top left corner. If you want to join, we are recruiting anybody right now because we are 2 members strong currently. Working on getting it together. There is guild bosses that you can do. I kind of dibbled and dabbled with it. I will go on to more detail on that stuff later as I learn a little bit more. We are currently warping 13 stages. We almost missed that. You kind of couldn't see it. Wherever levels we were at, we did just do the warp. I wish I could have had it open at that time. Trying to go over a lot of information really fast so this video don't be extremely long because I don't want to take up everybody's time here. Some guild missions and stuff that you can do that's in here as well. We won't get into all of that right now, but the characters themselves all do unique things. I'll go over some of it slightly. We'll start with Hoen's, which I talked about already, which is who gets you your gold, the cost to plus, as well as some speed boost and things in that nature. So building him, leveling him up, and getting him up there is kind of, I would believe, in my opinion, the most important thing to do out of everybody because nobody else is going to be able to get powered up and stronger without Hoen's being at its best. So Warrior itself, he's pretty much a tank. He does okay damage, but he's a tank, so he's going to frontline for you, mostly physical frontline. So you take him. So he's the one that you would take into the anti-magic area, magic area. I see him a lot also in the PvP and that sort of nature. Dark can not only attack enemies on the ground but attack enemies in the air. Him and his little wraith thing that comes with him. So when you have enemies that's in the air, characters like Warrior and Sora can't attack them. So I had situations where I was stuck and I couldn't get past because I took Dark out and I didn't have anybody else that can attack aerial base units. Sora is a backline attacker, which is pretty dangerous. Like on the higher stages, Sora can be in trouble by jumping in the enemy's backline, but if you have backline threats to deal with, Sora is good for that. Like we were saying, Choco BB can warp you past stages, which we're warping now, as you can hear. 13 stages currently. So stages that you've already completed, so when you leave and come back, you start back at stage 1 and you have to climb your way all the way back up, and hopefully, what you should, get past where you were previously. So stages past that, you pretty much, stages that you done before, you pretty much can just skip through, bring in Choco BB. So he's kind of good to have early on. He really doesn't do much else for the team, other than just it just warp you through. So he's not the best as a damage dealer or anything of that sort, but it's solid for getting you through stages relatively fast. And then you have all these other characters that do similar things, if not better than the starting ones, but can also help you and accompany you with the starting characters as well. So we're going to leave it at that because this video's already been gone on long enough. I've been enjoying myself. I'm looking to put some more time in work. I know there's a lot of things that I want to talk to and cover going forward. But if you do like this video, you know, smash that thumbs up. I'm going to be doing more videos explaining some other things. The next one, we're probably going to talk about who you should buy first, purchasing, and the reasoning behind your purchasing, because I believe that is important. I saw it in some other people's videos. A lot of people asking questions. I kind of gave my little feedback, but here we're going to have a nice little video explaining it all. I've been your host, GamerDude2088. I hope you have enjoyed. Again, subscribe if you're new here. Turn those post notifications on so you can see the uploads when I do this or any other game that I might be making uploads for, or other random crazy stuff and antics that we do on this channel. Check out some of the previous stuff that I've done before. It might be something you like, might want to stick around, might want to hang out. But I am out of here, and I see you next time. Deuces.